Edekabo said, so Dr. Kem Yolunloyo, Nigerian journalist, pharmacist, and PR specialist. Oníròyìn ni mí, then mo tún jẹ́ àwọn tó máa ń fúnyàn lóògùn ní chemist, pharmacist, PR specialist, PR. I get breaking news lénìí láti Nigeria pé olórin Mohbad ó ti kú o. Mohbad, ọ̀rẹ́ wa ní Malian Music, ó ti kú o, 27 years of age. It is a very sad situation because earlier this morning, mo ní nǹkan kan make me sad, but ẹ gbàdúrà fún mi because ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn dùn mí. Mo dẹ̀ sọ pé òun máa jẹ́ last post me today, but I had to put this out now because ó ti jáde. 27-year-old Mohbad. We got breaking news out of Nigeria that Mohbad, the singer and rapper formerly of the Malian Music, died. It's a very sad day in Nigeria because we lost a very good rapper and Afrobeat artist. A lot of people have called me. Media is calling me left, right, and center because they feel that I'll know more as an investigative journalist. I've spoken to NTA. I'm doing a piece about it. So make sure you have your NTA channel 419 ready. I spoke to friends at the NDLEA. They were shocked. And I'm going to tell you what happened here. I spoke to Mohbad before I left Nigeria. A casual conversation. It was a casual conversation. It was not an interview. And I feel that I should say what we discussed now. I'm a very, very truthful person. But when things like this happen, there was a message. Mohbad. He was born on June 8th, 1996, 27 years old. And he was a Nigerian rapper. I looked on Wikipedia. They've changed to is a Nigerian rapper to was because he's dead. He has expired. Ilerioluwa Oladimeji Aloba. Kọ́lọ̀ fọ̀run kẹ́. Kọ́lọ̀ fọ̀run kẹ́. Please, everybody, stop using drugs. Stop. I did an 18-month campaign against drug abuse. 18 months with the NDLEA. February 2022 to August 2023, even though I left the country. Ẹ ṣàánú gbogbo àwọn tó wà lẹ́yìn yín, gbogbo àwọn ọmọ school tó wà lẹ́yìn yín, ẹ ṣàánú wọn. My friend Whitney Houston died on the night of the Grammys. Her dead body was in the hotel and the Grammys was still going on upstairs. She met with her crack dealer earlier that day, going through a lot of depression and stuff. Her last album was not even nominated and she was very sad. I know what I went through with Whitney. Whitney had a history of drug use, crack, cocaine, crack. And she still bought crack that morning and died. Sitting in the bathtub, she died. What did the autopsy say? It said she died from complications of heart disease, secondary to her numerous drug use. I spoke to Mohbad after the incident. Remember what he said? When the NDLEA came into Malian Music House, February of 2022, the same month I started my drug abuse program, I decided that I need to reach out to people. And I've done my part for 18 months. Ilerioluwa Oladimeji Aloba, kọ́lọ̀ fọ̀run kẹ́. Mohbad said in the video, if you remember, he said, if anything happens to me, blame Malian Music and Naira Marley. That was on the February NDLEA raid incident. When the raid happened, Naira was not in town. I believe he was in Sweden or somewhere in Europe. A lot of us put calls over to him and messages. Naira ma bonle, what he arrest everybody. The NDLA told me that when the agents got there, they had everybody sitting in one line and smoking. And there was assorted drugs in the house. MDMA, Molly, weed, different kinds of drugs. They seized everything. They were in huge amounts. A dealer had just supplied them. And they were having a party. You guys remember how Shubomi was fighting with the NDLA agents? Those were shooting in the air. Kilo de FE drugs. When he said if anything happens to him, he was in psychosis. He said blame Naira Marley and Malian music. He was having psychosis. How can you blame Naira Marley and Malian music? You know something was not right. Eventually, he left the label and he went on his own. He said he didn't smoke anymore, and he did a video and he did a song. We all know. The last time I saw Mohbad was exactly 2 years ago this week. He was performing at Tiwa Savage's father's funeral, September 2021. I have the video. I'll play it. I called him after the new album, the new song, and I asked him what happened between him and Naira. He didn't tell me much, but he said he wanted his health clean. As time went on, you could see that he sang a lot against drugs. He sang about life, living, eating well. He talked to me about how much MDMA he had used. MDMA is called Molly or ecstasy. These drugs are dangerous. They eventually ruin your heart. He talks about all kinds of grades of weed he smoked. I told you during my campaign with the NDLEA guys that marijuana is now causing heart disease. You saw it on CNN. You see all the people coming into the emergency room in Canada that legalized it. This kind of marijuana, loud, hashish, it's not good. Some people might say, oh, fella smoked it, everybody. What they smoked then is not what you're smoking now. That's why we can't legalize marijuana in Nigeria. Ghana wants to legalize marijuana for medicinal use. But what grade they are trying to legalize is different from what you guys are smoking here. And you think being loud. Then tafa omowa shojuniti wa tononsi. Mohbad. His autopsy is not out yet. I know what's in there, and it's close to his heart. Complications from drug use. We're not going to see the autopsy posted online. Like Whitney, complications from drug use. Stop using drugs. It is a staple of the industry, and it must stop. Mo ti sọ kíní many times. Tí nǹkan bá ṣe àwọn artist tó ń kú tán, ẹ̀yin náà lè máa lọ jókòó ṣì sínú ètè máa sọ pé RIP. Ṣé wá rí iṣẹ́ báyìí? Naira Marley has joined the NDLEA on the war on drugs. He's encouraging all of you to stop smoking and stop using drugs. I said something. Okay, when it comes to intelligence, I don't get intelligence from the NDLEA. I'm just friends and stakeholder with the work I do on Fridays when I was there, live on their spaces, educating people about the dangers of drug. I don't get any kind of intelligence from them. But I can tell you one thing, okay? I can tell you one thing. Every doctor that has been brought on that show has said the same thing over and over, people. Drug abuse causes complications and eventually kills people. I said, nobody knows Naira Marley's story. He might be going through sobriety himself. Do you know the meaning of sobriety? It gets to a point that we all have to think and stop. Mohbad, call on foreign care. Such a young talent. Call on foreign care.